What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to be going over the Q4 Spac mergers that are going to be taking place over the next couple of months and my thought process on when they'll be happening, as well as a spreadsheet, linking you to the SEC filings completely free and showing you the lockup periods for those SPACs. But before we get into it, we're finally doing the Peak Sportswear shoe giveaway, which is super awesome. I know you guys have been waiting for that for a while now. So I started it 2 weeks ago. So from this video on are the ones that we're choosing from. And by the looks of it, views have been down just because SPACs are down and not as many people are interested in them right now, which is totally understandable. But we're going to pick the most viewed video, which is this one right here, the Spac update video. And we're going to throw it into a random generator, and they'll pick the winner for us. Now, don't be discouraged if you don't win this giveaway. There's going to be plenty more giveaways, and I won't always pick the most viewed video. I'll switch it up, so, it'll keep you on your toes. But let's go over to the generator and see who won the shoe giveaway. All right, so I'm on the YouTube random comment generator, and I'm going to paste the video in right here, and we'll generate some comments. So we have 87 entries. And let's see who the winner is for the Peak Sportswear shoe giveaway. All right, Ramon Burse. So congrats, man. I know you've been commenting on a lot of videos and you won. So we'll be in touch. You can either DM me on Instagram or through the Discord, or we'll figure something out. Just hit me up and we'll get you all set up with Peak Sportswear, and we'll be able to get you whatever you want and ship it out to you. So congrats. And for the rest of you guys, don't worry. There's going to be plenty more giveaways. Just keep, supporting the channel, and I'll keep doing them. Now let's get in the video. Before we get into talking about merger dates, keep in mind these merger dates can change at any time, and these are not set in stone. Unless they're in blue, that means, they're being voted on and that's set in stone. But these are just thoughts and information that I've gathered. Now, the company could announce something we weren't expecting or vote for an extension, and I wouldn't be surprised if a few of these even pushed into 2021. Now, I wanted to give this guy a shout out because he also put in a lot of work and found a ton of information on the lockup agreements, which can be pretty confusing. And I went ahead and filled out some as well, but I just wanted to give him his credit because it is a ton of work if you've ever had to do that. And I'll be updating the Spac tracker this weekend. Even though I know SPACs aren't as popular right now and people aren't, buying into them as much, I feel like in the future when they bounce back, the information will be useful, and so it'll be there for you guys. So feel free to check out the spreadsheet, this one as well. It'll be linked in the description, and I've linked all the SEC filings that contain the lockup info, so it's pretty easy to find. You can just Control F and search lockup. And definitely check if I made any mistakes because they are kind of confusing. So, always do your own research on it. So I've been dealing with SPACs for quite some time now, and the language still confuses me here and there. And after reading various articles, posts, and this guy's Reddit post, which will also be linked in the description, he mentions that Class A's are typically issued to insiders and they have more voting and power rights. So those are the ones that actually get locked up for longer, whereas the pipe isn't locked up as long as I thought it would be. So I guess it's typically a shorter period, like 40 to 60 days. And most SPACs have multiple lockup provisions. From what I've noticed, they're mentioned all over the place, either the S4, the 8K, the DEFA 14A. So that's why I went ahead and linked all of the SEC filings in that spreadsheet, so you don't really have to go look for them. Now, the pipe lockup all depends on the company, but what I'm learning, like I said, is just shorter than expected, and many lockups are structured by tiers, where it could be something random. You really have to read the fine print. It could be like if the stock trades above $12 for 20 out of 30 days, then they can sell 30% of their shares, and just a bunch of crazy stuff like that. So it's really important, whatever SPACs you're investing in, that you know all of these little fine print details. So here's what the spreadsheet looks like. We have the Spac ticker, my personal estimated merger date. So this, don't really go by that. That's just my thoughts. You guys, everyone has their own thoughts. Then we have the pipe lockup, the insider and other lockup, which I never really thought about. I always thought it was all about the pipe. and then the link to the SEC filings. So all of these will take you to the actual filing that contains the lockup, and that was a pain to find. So, drop this video a like for that alone. But here we go. So this vote will happen tomorrow, 10:30. So the ticker change will happen early November. And then we have FVAC for sure voting on the 13th, NFIN on the 10th, and then the rest are estimates. And like late December or early Q1 is from investor presentations. So I would put that in the last week of December or, January. And then the other ones, like LCA, I thought that was going to happen in October. So these things can really just stretch out as long as the company basically wants to, up until they have to merge. So I'm really hoping, November, maybe like 20th would be ideal for LCA, probably when the election's over. They're probably planning it smart. I didn't even think about all of that. Spacs are down right now. Why would they merge? Well, the market is just brutal right now. So they're probably waiting for things to blow over and then they'll merge. So let's see. We see here that they're locked up for 2 months and 6 months for their insider shares. So we're going to just hop over to this filing. And now we are at, see, this one is the PRER14A, and sometimes it's in the S4. I guess it just depends. I'm not really sure on that, but we're going to hit Control F, and I'm going to type in lock dash up. And it takes us to the lockup agreement, and there's 56 lockup terms in here. So you just have to read through them. And this one says a common stock following a period of 60 days after the closing. So just go through them and double check everything. It says 60 days after the closing, including Tillman for Tira. So yeah, that is for, I guess, insider shares, and then some other people will probably have 2 months or 6 months. It all just depends on who it is and when they can sell based on the price. So here's what my November estimates look like, and it's basically just because all of these guys have to merge in Q4 and we only have 2 months left. We have November and December. So the ones in blue are voting those days, and so NFIN will likely change the ticker Wednesday or Thursday. FVAC will change Monday or Tuesday, and then the rest I just kind of put towards the end of the month. That's where I think things will happen. I really think LCA will go down on like the 20th or the 23rd. And the other guys are just kind of bunched up at the end of the month. Now let's take a look at December. All right, so on to December. Now GMHI, I heard, was supposed to happen late November or early December. So that's why I threw them in the first week. ChargePoint, I'm not exactly sure on. So I just put them kind of in the middle of December, because I believe they have to have it done by Q4, so it kind of just fits right there. BurgerFi I actually do think will happen around then, just because they've been delaying this for so long now. I know they just extended again, so I believe it'll happen, mid-December. KCAC, I think that'll be December as well, and we're going to have a lot of mergers going down November, December. And then the last three, Pick, Novs, and Loke, in their presentations, they all said they would have this agreement done by late Q4 or early Q1. So to me, that's, late December, probably the last week of December, or it'll go into January. So that's why they're at the end. So that's pretty much what I have so far for all these mergers going down. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just a quick video, mainly to do the giveaway, and then I also wanted to show you guys my thoughts on upcoming mergers. I'm not buying too many Spacs right now. I've kind of chilled out on Spacs this past month, although I do see some attractive deals out there with like ChargePoint and FVAC, some of the longer term plays that I'm looking to get into. However, I'm staying pretty cash heavy for my long-term growth positions for, bigger companies like Apple, Tesla, stuff that I really want to add to in case, we do have a huge pullback. So I've been just staying heavy for that, but I'm still keeping up with Spacs. I'm still watching them. And the main one that I'm watching right now that I would add to at the moment would be PSTH if it did fall into the 21 area again. That's one that I really like, and I think it will pop off a merger announcement. So definitely let me know what you guys are buying in the market right now. Are you still buying Spacs, or have you chilled out on Spacs as well? That's pretty much it. Please like and subscribe, and have a good one.
Getting money, I just went up in my style. Up in traffic, never lacking in a draw.